like the start of a race. Diet Pepsi's my fuel in this Monday maze. Shake the weekend fog off my tired face. The hustling begins, no time to waste. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I'll feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show. Sun clouds up higher, chasing dreams like chasing fire. Got my rhythm set to overdrive. This Monday motivation vibe's keeping me alive. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I'll feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show. Street lights fading, sun climbs up higher, chasing dreams like chasing fire. Got my rhythm set to overdrive. This Monday motivation vibe's keeping me alive. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I'll feel the glow. It's my time now, I own the show. Know that we can be heavy, but I'm tougher still. Climbing the mountain, fueled by will. Each heartbeat whispers, yes you can. I'm golden, helping every woman and man. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I'll feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show.
Hey everybody, what's up? It is Monday Motivation Night. It is me, your host, Pamela, aka Scooterrenee. I am your host of all Monday Motivations. So welcome in everybody. Thank you, Mary. As y'all know, today is mine and Roflo's anniversary. I've been married for 24 years, and so we've been together for 25, but married for 24 of it. So we went and had dinner at Olive Garden tonight. We're like, something simple, easy, get in, get out kind of thing. So that's what we did. That's where we had our first date over 25 years ago. So it's always a neat, special memory when we go there. So I am in a different chair, Shelby. I decided I'm going to get my tall chair because I can make this chair go all the way up. And my other chair, because I'm so short, I feel like I'm just like sitting way down here. And there's all this headroom up here. So yeah, I'm in a different chair. So welcome in everybody. If you are brand new to my channel, you've never been here on a Monday night, welcome in. I'm so glad to have you. I do Monday motivations on Mondays and then auctions on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and any other day I can fit in there. So welcome in if you are new. Make sure you do all the YouTube things. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You ring the bell for all notifications and a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that as well. Again, like I said, if you are new, I hope you'll keep coming on back. We are on the series of habits, and I've already got two new series lined up, ready to go. I just got to figure out which series is going to be next after we get done with the habit series. So stay tuned, hang in there with me, just so you can see what's coming next. I think it's funny. We talk about habits. We've been talking about habits for quite some time now, but somehow it always fits with what's either going on in my life or in your life. I've had y'all share that before with me, how the topic for the night is just fitting. So yes, it's about habits, but we can apply this in so many other areas in our lives as well. So all my OGs, I see y'all coming in. It is so good to be back. I know I only missed last Monday, but it feels like I've been away from y'all for a month is what it really feels like. Yes, I saw y'all in auctions and everything, but I don't know. Mondays are kind of special to me. And so I just really miss you guys. So thank you guys for being here as always. And then, of course, the playback crew. If you are the playback crew, leave me a comment. Let me know that you're the playback crew. If you want to participate in the chat participation, go ahead and leave your answers below as well. But just goes to show you don't have to catch me live. It is a lot more intimate and more in the moment when you can be here with me live. But you can always be the playback crew as long as you're still getting some sort of food, getting fed the words, whatever to motivate you, to get you through the week, whatever it may be. I still appreciate the playback crew because this would not be happening without the playback crew. So let's see who all is in chat real quick so I can say hello. Y'all know I don't like leaving anybody out. We are doing the 2 drawings tonight, so in case you missed that announcement. We got Stevie here. Welcome in, Stevie. I'm so glad to see you. I text your mom. I was like, oh, your daughter's in chat. We got Tammy here. Hey, Tammy, welcome in. Yeah, I had to go to dinner with my honey. So obviously I chose him over going live on Tammy. So we got Kathy here. Hey, Kathy, welcome in. Good to see you. We got my feather sister, Selena, here. Hey, welcome in. Let's see. We got Jimmy Mack. When are you coming back? Hey, buddy, welcome in. Good to see you. And let's see. We got Mary. Hey, Mary, welcome in. So good to see you. I meant this morning when I did my short this morning, Mary, I meant to act like I was talking to you and say, hey, Mary. I mean, Robert wasn't with me, so it wouldn't have been, I guess it's funny, but just because of what you put in the comment last week. So let's see. We got Joanne here. Hey, Joanne, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Thank you guys for the anniversary wishes. Hey, Nancy, welcome in. Good to see you, Nancy. And hello, Shelby. Welcome in. I always feel like I'm so far below. So I was like, I'm going to try this chair out. At least for Monday Motivation. On the auctions, I'm in the box, so it doesn't necessarily matter as much. But when I'm doing Monday Motivation, I feel like I need less headroom. So, all right. Make sure I got everybody. And, of course, y'all, Nancy's birthday was this weekend. So make sure y'all are saying happy birthday to her. See, here I go again. Did I say hello to Lisa D? If I did not, hello, Lisa D. Welcome in, buddy. I missed you this weekend as well. Shelby's like, Mom, you coming up here? I was like, no. But Shelby and I did go see a movie Saturday night, so I kind of made up for not being up there. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Good to see you. And let's see, make sure I got everybody. Chat's moving fast, so I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Mama Sands, hello, hello. Good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, y'all say prayers for Robert. He's the one that has had to deal with me for 24 years. So thank you, guys. Yeah, it sounded like it. Shelby really enjoyed herself. Thank you for being so sweet to her and encouraging her and all that good stuff. She really needs this and everything. So I appreciate you and Julie and Tammy and Jimmy and Patsy and Leela and everybody else for welcoming her and making her feel so welcome and comfortable. That's the biggest thing, comfortable. 54th birthday. Yes, on Thursday. I think we're pretty happy together, Mary. I'm happy with him. So, yeah, that's cool. I love it, Karen. I love it so much. So, like I said, I missed you guys. It feels like it's been longer than just 1 week, but it feels like it's been forever. And like I said, yes, I saw some of y'all at my auctions, but still, it's just not the same. I feel like it's more one-on-one here with you guys. Hey, Jamie, welcome in. Whoops. Chat jumped on me. Hey, Jamie, welcome in. Good to see you, girl. Well, just remember, that's my Shelby because I carried her for 9 months. Nah, I share her. I share her. All right. So, Robert and I, we had a great week off of work and just doing whatever during the day, whatever, however, just anything went. If we wanted to go sourcing, we went sourcing. If we have things we need to do around here, we did it, did things around here. He did go into the office a couple of times, but it was very short trips. His office is only 2 minutes away from here. So I did sleep in every day. I thought I was going to pay for it today, but nope. I set my alarm and I was actually awake before my alarm. I actually set my alarm 15 minutes early today. So I got up at 6:15, but I was really awake way before 6:15. And so I was happy with that. Now tomorrow might be a different story. So, but yes, 24 years Roflo has dealt with me. So I'm proud of him. He needs a pat on the back. So I hope all of y'all had a great week last week and a great weekend. It was cool here Saturday. It was really cool to where I thought, I need to wear pants. But then by the afternoon, I was like, man, I really wish I wore some shorts. But that was Saturday. It was raining here Saturday morning. Then it was definitely great game weather. We had our Little Rock game here with the Razorbacks against a local college, ASU. And so that was perfect game weather. We didn't go, but I was like, man, I wish I did, because last year we were sweating like crazy. So perfect game weather temp got me all ready for football and everything. But again, it was just perfect temps yesterday, perfect temps today. It's like, I feel like we're getting teased because I feel like we're probably going to get hot one more time. So, but we are jumping back on our habits train. We don't have much left over in this series to do. I think we got one more behavior change law to go through. But I am excited, like I said, because I have 2 new topic series that I want to get to and ideas and stuff for on the horizon for us. And so I'm super excited about those topics. Again, it's going to depend on which one wins. So I might be yanking one of y'all's ears saying, hey, what do you think? Do you think I should do this one first, or do you think I should do this one first? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hello, Steph. Welcome in. Good to see you. I'm so glad you made it. So before that, I did tell you guys that we would be doing a drawing for the hashtag winner from the shorts and our chat participation winner tonight as well. So let's do the hashtag winner. Y'all know it was my goal for the month of August to do a short every day. I think there was like maybe 3 or 4 days at most that I didn't get to for August. So as y'all can see, there is a ton of entries in here. So we're going to do the hashtag drawing. Just real quick, if you are new to my channel, the hashtag drawing is from my short videos that I drop throughout the month. And all you have to do is watch the video, the short video, and when I give you the hashtag word, all you got to do is make the comment with the hashtag. So I will put tricks in there, so you have to pay attention. I was going to do one today, and I totally messed up on it. But I do put tricks in there, so you have to pay attention of which group you fall in to know what hashtag to put in. So I do check. I do pay attention. But anyways, you have until the first of the month to the end of the month to get your hashtags in. And you have until midnight on the last day of the month. I do check that on as well as far as timestamp goes. So if you come in after midnight, your name doesn't get in. I got to keep it fair. So, but yeah, and you can do those comments every day I drop a video, or you can do the comments last day of the month, or you can do it halfway, however you want to do it. You don't have to. There's no rhyme or reason except by midnight on the last day. All right. Let's see who the hashtag winner for the month is of August. Lisa D, you're my lucky girl. Just goes to show. So, whoa, that was too close. Lisa D, you are the winner. Did you win last month? Did you win for the month of July? Let me know, Lisa D, in chat, because I want to give you the same thing that I did last month. Might switch it up. So let me know. You did win last month. Do you remember what I sent you for the hashtag? Because I think I know what I sent you. I think it was a cup and a pen. Yes, she does. She's like, Scooter, is 10:30. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Bye. And that's the way it goes. Yep. So let me know, Lisa D, because I know I mailed it out to you. Okay, so I'm going to find you something else. So it'll be a whole surprise for you, girl. So Lisa D, I'm going to make sure I write that on here real quick, though. Hashtag. Because for my Monday motivation winners, I use something different, something kind of dealing with motivation type thing. So, but I'll get you something, Lisa D. All right. So congratulations. We will do the chat participation winner at the end of tonight's topic. So those of you that are new to Monday Motivation, if you are new, anytime I say chat participation time, all you do is answer either a question I give you, make a statement I give you, whatever it may be, you put it in chat. Now, you're welcome to chat throughout the whole night that I'm talking. But when I say chat participation time, that's when I need you to answer if you want to. And then I star you, and then you get entered into the Sloth coffee mug for the chat participation. We do this once a month as well. So as y'all can see, I'll go ahead and give y'all a sneak peek. But I've already got a ton in here. I just saw your name in there, so there you go. I make sure everybody gets in there each month, and that's what we do. All right. So tonight's topic, we are discussing the 2-minute rule, and that is using this 2-minute rule when you want to stop procrastinating on starting a new habit. So, which is now, or how I was getting my notes done for tonight's topic. I was procrastinating. I was like, nope, Scooter, you gotta walk the walk. If you're gonna talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk, right? So after being off a week, though, I was just like, oh, I gotta do my notes. I gotta get my notes ready. So, right, isn't it cute? Y'all know I love my sloth, so I keep adding to the family, and I'm running out of room, like total room for my sloth. So I've got to stop getting so much sloth stuff. Oh, that's awesome, Lisa D. I love it. I love you guys. Y'all are what make my day every day. All right. So here we go. Let's get started. Y'all caught me. I wasn't fast enough on that. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. If an action takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Yeah, so that's what I had to tell myself when I was getting my notes ready. No, you are. You're one of my biggest cheerleaders for sure, Selena. So, Twyla Tharp. I don't know if y'all, I love the name Twyla. I've only known one Twyla in my life. But Twyla Tharp is considered one of the most influential dancers and choreographers of the modern age. I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of her. But in 1992, she received the prestigious MacArthur Fellowship Award, and then it's commonly known as the Genius Grant. I still didn't know what it was, so it didn't matter either way. But throughout her career, she has traveled extensively, showcasing her original choreography around the world. She attributes, because I know you're sitting there going, Scooter, what does this have anything to do with tonight's topic? She attributes a significant part of her achievements to consistent everyday habits. Twyla, right? Yes, I think so too, Selena. But she says she starts every morning with a special routine. She wakes up at 5:30 a.m. She gets dressed in her workout clothes. She even puts her little leg warmers on. All I could think of was Flashdance. Who's with me on Flashdance, right? But she puts on her leg warmers, a sweatshirt, and a hat. And after getting ready, she heads outside of her Manhattan home. So she's in Manhattan, and she hails a taxi to take her to the Pumping Iron Gym at 91st Street and First Avenue. I love New York, guys. I love the whole area up there. So I love the streets and everything. So there she spends 2 hours working out and taking care of herself. She said that the ritual is not the stretching and the weight training that she does every morning at the gym, that the ritual is actually when she goes to hail the cab. When she puts her hand up in the air to get the cab driver to pull over and pick her up. That is where the ritual is began. And once she tells the cab driver where she needs to go, where she's wanting to go, which is to the gym, that's when she completes the ritual. Fame. Yes. Karen, I love Fame. Fame was one of my favorite shows growing up. So, she says that it's just a simple act, but when she does it the same way each morning, habitualizes it, she's making it repeatable and therefore easy to do, which is what the third law of behavior change is make it easy. So she goes on further to say that it reduces the chances that she should skip it or do it differently. So she also shared that it's one more thing in her arsenal of her routines and one less thing to think about. We got so much that we're thinking about each day that allows you one less thing to think about. Yes, y'all are singing the theme song. So despite being a small activity, calling a cab every morning is a fantastic illustration of the third law of behavior change. If you forgot, and I just mentioned it, but if you've already forgotten what the third law of behavior change is, it is that we have to make habits easy in order for them to stick. You have to make them easy. And according to research, between 40 and 50% of our daily actions are habitual. Although that is a significant amount already, your habits have a much bigger impact than what these figures even indicate. Oh man, I always think of Flashdance. Wasn't it Flashdance where you see the legs moving and then she sits in the chair and water pours on her? I never understood that movie as far as, working in, what was she working in? Oil industry or something like that. Right? See, Tammy, awesome. I'm going to give you a star. She said, I can make popcorn in my sleep because I do it every morning, same time, same place, and it's always the same way. She's never changed it. So we get so many compliments on that daggone popcorn. Why would she ever change it? So, so you see our automatic decision, like Tammy just showed or said as well. And those are known as our habits, have an impact on a subsequent conscious decision. And yes, a habit can be formed in a matter of seconds, but it can also influence your behavior for minutes or even hours later. All right, guys, here's your first chat participation time for tonight. Who in chat, and sometimes these are silly, those of you that might still be in here that are new, who in chat knows what an entrance ramp is? And who in here, once you get on the freeway, routinely maybe go to work like I do every day, that you get into the zone out until you need to take the exit for work or if you're going to a doctor's appointment or whatever. So who here knows what an entrance ramp is? And do you zone out as you're driving because your mind just automatically knows where you're driving to? Going to work, driving to work every day for me is a habit. It's like I'm on autopilot. Lisa D says, I do. Karen says, me. And I got a point with this. Nancy Smith says, I do sometimes. Unless I really don't know where I'm going, then I'll pay attention. But going to work, coming home, it's just like I will, probably most of y'all have gone through this, but I'll be like, did I almost hit anybody? Did I come up on anybody too fast. Like, I don't remember a time frame of driving. Mary says, yep. Joanne says, I do. Whoops, jumped on me. I do, and yes, I zone out, right? Especially if you know where you're going and it's every day or almost every day or whatever it may be. Karen says, yep, I already know that I zone out. Kathy says, yep, I do. Selena says, well, if I could drive, I'm sure it'd be a habit. We got Jimmy saying me. Tammy says, and when I do, it's my quiet time and I pray for them all every day. I have no ramp to go to work. I know, lucky you. Neither you or Robert. Like, I wish I only had 2 minutes to drive to work. Robert will argue and say it's 4, but come on, it's really only 2. Of course, now that we got that roundabout going in and we got that stupid stoplight system because it's only one lane of traffic that can go through, it definitely takes, I'm not exaggerating, 8 to 10 minutes because of that light. Karen says, sometimes I wonder why they're blowing horns at me, right? You see, habits are similar to a highway's entrance ramp. Before you realize it, you're racing towards the next behavior as they guide you along a certain route. You're maintaining your current routine, and it looks more straightforward than beginning a new one. So maybe you spend 2 hours watching a lousy movie, or maybe you've been eating dinner even when you're already full, but you continue to still snack. Maybe you've found yourself like me that after checking your phone, I'm just going to check it for a second. I'm just going to get on here. I just need to look at something for 1 second. And then you find yourself looking at the screen mindlessly, if I should say, for 20 minutes later, right? So that's the decisions that you make when you are thinking are frequently influenced by the routines you follow when you're not thinking. So when I was going to the gym religiously, I only went Mondays and Wednesdays, but every evening that I did go, there was a fleeting moment, probably generally around 4 p.m. at the office, that determined how the rest of my night would unfold. I would shut down my computer at the office, and I would go to the restroom, and I would change into my gym clothes. And then I would go to the gym. Or if I did not go to the restroom and change into my gym clothes, I would get into my driver's seat in my car. I would drive home, and then Robert and I would order food and watch TV if I did not change into my gym clothes. So let me look at chat real quick. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Right, yes. So Kathy said that she told her granddaughter last week she seemed more confident in driving. 6 months ago, she was still anxious. She said it's becoming more habit and easier, right? You just got to get used to it. Joanne said, when I used to work, I would drive to and from work and not remember seeing certain things. I wonder how I got so far. Yes, it's like that, or Robert and I would come home and then we would head back out the same way to go to a restaurant or whatever. He'd be like, well, such and such is right there now. I'm like, when did they put that there? And he's like, it's been there. And I'm like, I haven't noticed. See, that's still driving, Selena, right? So, much like Twyla thought, hailing a cab, my ritual was putting on my workout clothes. If I changed into them, I knew the workout would happen. And even when I was training for the half marathons, if I came home and I went straight to the bedroom, put on my workout clothes and hit the door, I knew I was going to get my walk in and get it done. Everything that would follow when I was working at the gym, however, everything that would follow, if I changed into my workout clothes, the driving to the gym, deciding on which exercise equipment to work on or what exercise class I was going to, it becomes so straightforward once I made the first move. Each day, we encounter several moments that have a significant influence. And we call these moments, these small decisions, decisive moments. The moment you choose whether to order takeout or prepare dinner, the moment you decide between driving your car or going for a walk instead, the moment you opt to start your work or pick up your phone to play a video game or the video game controller, these decisions represent a fork in the road. Crucial moments define the choices that your future self will have. For example, you're entering a restaurant and it's a crucial moment since it decides on what you will have for lunch or for dinner. While you technically have control over your order, in a broader sense, you can only choose from what is listed on the menu. If you step into a steakhouse, you can select sirloin or a ribeye. But sushi, that's off the table for the most part. Like I say, they're coming out more and more with these places that have both, but they're very few and far between. But your choices are limited by what is offered. If you go into Outback, you're not getting sushi. If you go into Texas Roadhouse, you're not getting sushi. So they are influenced by that first decision, the first decision that you're going to a steakhouse. So our habits can restrict us in many ways. That's why it's crucial to take control of those key moments that are in your day. Every day consists of numerous moments, yet it's the few habitual decisions that shape your journey. Now, these small choices accumulate, each one influencing how you're going to spend the upcoming period of time. Habits serve as the starting point, not the final destination. I feel like that could better be repeated, however you say that. The small choice or that habits serve as a starting point, not the final destination. Yeah, what was it beforehand, Karen? My time is when I get my booty in the seat, which is usually 8:45-ish. And then I leave the office anywhere from 3:30 to 4:30. Just depends on what kind of day it is. So how do we take this, or what I just talked about, and apply the 2-minute rule? Let's find out. But first, let's do another chat participation time. So before we find out, I want to find out if you are a person who decides to make a change. When you decide to make a change, do you jump in all in with both feet, or are you the type that tiptoes in, or maybe you dangle your toes in the water to see if it's too cold or too hot, or is it the right temp? Which one are you? Are you the one, when you make your decision to make a change on whatever it may be, do you jump all in, or are you the kind that wades in, tiptoes in? Selena says all in. I had a feeling about that one. Karen, tiptoes. Now that's shocking to me, Karen. I would not taken you as a tiptoe kind of person, I don't think. Kathy, all or nothing, right? It's all or nothing. Mary says she tiptoes in, makes plans, research, right? And I'm sure there are some things that we do that on, and some things we might jump in all in. Nancy Smith says tiptoes in. Nancy, there's nothing wrong with tiptoeing in. Right? See, Lisa D said, depends, sometimes tiptoe, sometimes all in. If I'm really excited about something, I'm all in. Like, I'll deal with whatever the consequences are after the fact, Joanne says tiptoe. Karen says depends on what it is. Jimmy says tiptoe here. I was waiting for Tammy to come in and say she's all in. She's always all in. Like, girl does not think, let's just do it, right? No time for thinking, which always leads me to Top Gun Maverick. That's what Rooster, is it Rooster? The son, tells him, you don't have, throws it back in his face. You don't have time to think up there. You just do. All right. Thank you guys for sharing. Even if you're aware that starting small is the way to go, it's quite simple to aim too high at the same time. Even if I preach it to you guys, you can only eat the elephant one bite at a time. But sometimes, dang it, I just want to see if I can eat the whole elephant at one time, knowing that it's not going to happen, but I just want to see if I can make it happen, right? Right, Selena? I got so tickled. I have to say this real quick. I got so tickled one day. Robert goes, so if you jump off a bridge, is she going to jump off the bridge too? And I looked at him and I went, probably. If I had to bet money on it, yes, she would. So, I was like, so what are you going to do with that now? But when you envision making a change, the thrill often, I don't know about you guys, but I know for me for sure, the thrill will often overwhelm me. And then it leading to attempts at doing too much too quickly. I'm biting on way more than I can chew, and I know it, but I'm so excited about whatever it may be. Who can relate? That is me. More times than not, if I do dare say. But the best method I found to combat this inclination is the 2-minute rule. And the 2-minute rule suggests, doesn't say you have to, but it suggests that when beginning a new habit, it should require less than 2 minutes to complete. When beginning a new habit, it should require you less than 2 minutes to complete. And almost any habit can be condensed into a 2-minute version. So let's look at a few examples here. Say you want to read before you go to bed at night. That's your new habit you want to start. I want to read before bed each night. That becomes read 1 page. Fold the laundry becomes fold 1 pair of socks. Do 3 listings a day, because that's what has started all of this, as I shared with y'all. Do 3 listings a day becomes grab 1 item and do 1. Now, you don't just stay at that, obviously. You see, the goal is to simplify the initiation of your habits as much as possible. Anyone can take a minute to meditate, read a single page, or put away that 1 piece of clothing. But as we just talked about, this is a highly effective approach, because once you begin engaging in the right behavior, bite-sized, yes, bite-sized. Once you begin to engage in the right behavior, it becomes significantly easier to keep up with. A new habit shouldn't feel daunting. It shouldn't feel like a job. While the subsequent actions may present challenges, the initial 2 minutes should be just straightforward. Whatever. I don't believe that for a second, Tammy. Tippy toes, whatever. I don't believe that for 1 second. I'm going to give you a star, but I don't believe it. You might have been a tippy toe kind of person, but I don't see you being a tippy toe kind of person now. So, did y'all pick up on all that? So, what you're aiming for, guys, when you're doing this, is you are aiming for a gateway habit that effortlessly, easily guides you toward a more productive journey. I was wanting to see if you were to jump in jump in. What was the word? Now you got me all befumble with saying you're tippy toesy. Are you all in? When you jump into a new habit, not even a habit, but when you jump into anything, are you all in or none? Or are you a tiptoe? See how the water is. Is it too cold, too hot, just right? What is it? You're no tippy toe. No tippy toe. I love that y'all are even saying tippy toe. That's right, Tammy. You are all in. I knew you were all in. I was like, well, I've been dealing with an imitation of you then. So you want it to be effortless, and it guides you to be more productive. So you can often identify the gateway habits that will help you achieve your desired results by plotting your goals on a scale from very easy to very hard. So if you can just picture a scale, draw it on a sheet or whatever. I don't have a piece of paper right here. But if you can plot on a sheet, where am I at on my notes here? You would have the tranches, and those tranches would range from very easy to moderate to hard, and then very hard. So for example, I'm going to put this all together for you. For example, let's say you want to complete a marathon. Nancy said tiptoes. I didn't want to leave her out. Got to get that story in. So if you, let's say you're wanting to get exercise in. Well, completing a marathon would be very hard, especially if you haven't been exercising for it to begin with, getting ready for it. Running a 5K would be hard. Walking 10,000 steps would be moderate. Walking for 10 minutes a day would be easy. And then simply putting on your running shoes. Just putting on your shoes, like I said, just putting on my gym clothes would be very easy. So very easy to moderate to hard to very hard. You're going to get that very easy done easily, right? So deciding to list 10 items a day, I'm going to do this from a reseller point of view, because that's the reason why I originally began Monday Motivation. But deciding to list 10 items a day is very hard if you work like I do. If you work full-time during the week, trying to get 10 items listed a day can be hard, especially if you're doing other things in the evenings. Listing 5 items a day would be hard. Listing 3 items a day would be moderate. Listing an item, just one item, would be easy. But simply picking out the first item that you want to list would be very easy. So your ultimate goal may be to run a marathon or list more than 3 items a day, but your gateway habit, your gateway habit is just to put on your stinking running shoes or pick out that one item that you're going to list. This is how you apply the 2-minute rule. Remember, you have to be able to get it completed within 2 minutes. So many people find it strange to get excited about reading just one single page a night, exercising for only 10 minutes a day, making that one sales call, or creating that one listing. We're like, that's crazy. Why would I do that? However, the key isn't about accomplishing just one task. The real goal is to develop the habit of consistently showing up. The reality is that a habit needs to be formed. It needs to be formed before it can be refined. The habit has to be formed before it can even be refined. If you struggle to grasp the fundamental skill of showing up, then mastering the more intricate aspects will be quite challenging. If you can't even show up, then the rest doesn't even matter. Your house is always spotless, Selena. Right? Yep. So if you have a problem just even showing up for yourself, then the rest won't even matter. Rather than attempting to create a flawless habit right from the beginning and focus on doing the simple tasks more regularly. Instead of trying to create that flawless look, hey, I got this from the get-go. I'm going to do all this. I'm jumping all in. When really you should just focus on doing these simple tasks more regularly. I want you to pay attention to this line. This line right here, I want you to pay attention to. You must standardize before you can optimize. You must standardize before you can optimize. That's probably one of my favorite sayings. As you become proficient in the art of showing up, the initial 2 minutes will transform into a ritual that marks the start of a larger routine. This isn't just a trick to simplify habits. It's actually the best way to master a challenging skill. Kathy says, my OCD has me set goals very hard, which sets me up for failure. In the last week, I've been working on changing this to one easy, more practical goal. Because then, you know what, Kathy, what's so great about that? I'm going to give you a star because of you sharing that. But what's so great about that, though, is then it encourages you to continue and to even encourage you to do maybe some of the harder challenges as well. Baby steps, that's right. Yes. So, where did I leave off? So the more you turn the beginning of a process into a ritual, the more likely you are to enter the deep focus needed to achieve the great things. So again, putting on your running shoes, putting on your gym clothes, the ritual of that, hailing a cab, that is what starts it. That's awesome, Kathy. She says, I started and completed several small, easy goals the last few days. Yes, we all got to start somewhere. What a great way to start, though, Kathy. I love it. So by performing the same warm-up, let's say, the same warm-up before each workout, you facilitate entering into a peak performance state. By adhering to some creative ritual, if you're creative, you ease into the transition to the demanding work of creation. By establishing a consistent wind-down routine, let's say it's to go to bed at a decent time and get up early, then you help yourself get to bed at a reasonable hour each night. That's where Selena comes in handy if I'm talking to her at night. 10:30 is the cutoff, and when she says, I love you, good night, I'll talk to you tomorrow, and hangs up, it's over. And it's 10:30 right on the dot. Now sometimes she is an hour ahead of me, so sometimes I gotta jump in there real quick and say, but it's only 9:30 here. She'll be like, oh, okay. She's probably sitting there going, dang it. Right? It's the little things, Tammy. Even things like YouTube that makes you feel better, right? Kathy's gotten a habit of posting more on YouTube. So I've been watching Kathy. I might not catch her every time she's live, or I might not catch every thing that she uploads, but I see it. It's in my notifications, so I'm recognizing when I see it, Kathy. So I'm proud of you. You've come a long ways, Kathy, in such a short amount of time. Lisa D says, share my goal with my doctor. We now go for a walk down a couple of hallways before my appointment. She's mental health doctor is helping us both. I love that. Yes. Yes. Wait, what, Selena? I can't help it. You word, I don't. Okay, I'm having a problem with Selena knees right now. That's awesome, Lisa D. I'm proud of you. Get that walk in, girl. That's what Robert started doing. Robert and a group of people at his work, they would just walk around the building, one time, and then it became, 2, and then 3, and then so forth and so on. That now Robert, while we were even off last week, Robert was getting up early. Because I sleep in, but he was getting up early and going out here and walking all over our neighborhood. He was doing what I used to do when I would train for my half marathons and just, go all, that's what he's doing. And I can tell, he is slimming down. So it's like, okay, I need to get my butt in gear because my husband's not going to look better than me. So, all right. Work. Okay, let me go back and read it. I can't help it. You work. I don't. Right? I know. Well, you still need your sleep. Your body needs to sleep. Selena. All right. And while you may not be able to automate the entire process, you can make the first step effortless. So simplify the start and the rest will naturally flow. As the great Invo group, who here can get that song in your head? In 3, 2, 1. What was their famous song? Free your mind and the rest will follow. They obviously knew what they were talking about, right? Now, I probably got Selena singing, free your mind and the rest will follow. I'm like, it goes with exactly what I'm saying here. Simplify the start, free your mind from having to think because you got that habitual habit going. You're not even thinking about it, just like driving to work, when you zone out. You're not even thinking about it, you just do it. And then the rest is going to follow. So the 2-minute rule might appear to be a gimmick to certain of you, maybe. But it does appear as a gimmick to some people. But the true objective is to accomplish more than merely 2 minutes, which can make it feel as though you're deceiving yourself, right? So no one genuinely aims to read just one page, perform just a single push-up, or create only one listing. So if you recognize it as a psychological tactic, why would you be tempted by it? Well, if the 2-minute rule seems to be a bit too much, give this a shot. Do it for just 2 minutes, whatever it is that you're wanting to start a habit on, and then take a break. Go for a run, but when you go for a run, remember that you have to stop after 2 minutes. So you better be a minute out and a minute back, right? If you begin meditating, you got to make sure to stop meditating after 2 minutes. If you want to study some foreign language, if you just feel like in the mood to study some foreign language, you can study it, but then stop after 2 minutes. Yes, I love that. I love that, Karen. She, in fact, she had a thing pop up on her phone and she was telling me about it when we were working at the flea market 2 weekends ago. I love that. Yes, especially if you find yourself either A, in a funk, or B, you've been having, people yelling at you or whatever. I bet that really does help you out at work a lot. So you just got to stop at 2 minutes. This isn't just a way to get started. It's the entire approach. Your habits can only endure for 120 seconds. Someone I know applied this method and managed to shed over 100 pounds. At first, they visit the gym daily, but they set a rule for themselves that they could only stay for 5 minutes. They would go to the gym, work out for 5 minutes, and then leave right when their time was up. After a few weeks, they glanced around and thought, since I'm coming here all the time, I might as well start staying a bit longer. And a couple of years down the line, they lost all the weight. So that's the point of the 2-minute thing. You got to start somewhere. And eventually you're going to find yourself going, well, I did it in such a quick amount of time. I can do this. But you want to ease into it. Journaling. Those of you that journal, I know I got some people in here that do journal. Journaling serves as another great example. Almost everyone can gain from expressing their thoughts on paper, yet many individuals quit after just a few days or completely avoid it because journaling can seem like a task. The key is to keep it enjoyable and never let it feel like work. Greg McCowan is a leadership consultant from the UK, and he developed a daily journaling routine by intentionally writing less than he was capable of. He would always finish journaling before it became a burden. Ernest Hemingway shared a similar wisdom regarding any form of writing. He said the best way is to always stop when you're going good. Approaches like this are effective for another reason as well. They strengthen the identity that you're aiming to create. If you are consistently showing up for 5 days straight, even if it's only for a couple of minutes a day, you are making choices that support your new identity. You're not concerned with just getting fit. You're concentrating on transforming into someone who never skips a workout. You're engaging in the tiniest action that validates the kind of person that you aspire to be. We often overlook change in this manner since everyone is focused on the final outcome. However, doing one push-up is certainly better than skipping exercise altogether. Practicing guitar for just 1 minute is more beneficial than not practicing at all. Spending a minute reading is preferable to never opening a book. It's more advantageous to accomplish less than you intended rather than doing nothing whatsoever. Oh, awesome, Lisa D. I'm glad. I never know how these are going to go. At some point after you have built the habit and you are consistently showing up each day, you can merge the 2-minute rule with a method that we refer to as habit shaping to gradually elevate your habit towards your ultimate goal. You begin by mastering the initial 2 minutes of the simplest version of the behavior, and then you progress to an intermediate step and repeat the process, concentrating solely on the first 2 minutes and perfecting that stage before advancing to the next level. Now, in the end, you'll achieve the habit that you initially aim to create while maintaining your focus where it needs to be, on the first 2 minutes of the behavior. Now, real quick on habit shaping, those of you that might have got your interest, right? As long as you don't lift anything for a few days, Selena. So, habit shaping, just real quick, we're not going to go into this much, but let's say that you're wanting to become an early riser. Phase 1 would be to be home by 10 p.m. every night. Phase 2 would be to, once you master that, of being home by 10 p.m. every night, phase 2 would be to have all devices, your TV, your phone, whatever, all turned off by 10 p.m. every night. Phase 3 would be to be in bed by 10 p.m. every night, either reading a book, talking with your partner, whatever that may be. Phase 4 would be lights off by 10 p.m. every night. So see, you're adding something. You're still in bed by 10 p.m., but you're adding something different in each phase, however long that phase may be for you to master it. But then phase 5 would be to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. But let's not focus too much on the habit shaping just yet. Almost any significant life objective can be broken down into a 2-minute action. The desire to live a long, healthy life can be simplified to, I need to stay fit, which further breaks down to, I need to work out, eat right, and then to, I need to put on my workout clothes. Break it down. Similarly, the wish for a joyful marriage can be distilled to, I need to be a supportive partner, which leads to, I should do something daily to enhance my partner's life. And finally, I'm not saying this for myself, but I should plan meals for the upcoming week to make his life simpler, right? Whenever you find it hard to maintain a habit, you can use the 2-minute rule to help you keep it. It's an easy method to simplify your habits. So let's review real quick over what we went over tonight, and then we'll get on to the second drawing of the night, which is the chat participation drawing. So first tonight, we learned that habits can be formed in just a few seconds, yet they can also influence your behavior for minutes or even hours afterwards. Numerous habits arise during critical moments, decisions that resemble a fork in the road, either leading you towards a fruitful day or a less productive one. The 2-minute rule states that when you begin a new habit, it ought to take no more than 2 minutes to complete. And I'm skipping one. And then the more you establish a ritual at the start of a process, the higher the chances are that you can enter the deep focus needed to achieve remarkable results. And lastly, standardize before you optimize. Show up before you do it. First step is to just show up. You can't refine a habit that isn't there. I was thinking you said Wednesday, Jimmy. So y'all keep Jimmy in your prayers for his port being put in on Wednesday. Keep Selena in your prayers for her injections tomorrow morning. Since Selena brought it up, Tammy's in first place with the crowns. Kathy's in second. Selena, you are in third. Congratulations. She's worked hard for that. I really like the standardize before optimize. I love that. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you guys for starting off your week with me for Monday Motivation. As always, I hope there was a nugget or two that you got out of tonight's topic. So let's do the chat participation winner for the month of August, shall we? Remember, everyone's name is in here from the Mondays of August that we did for Monday Motivation. Let me make sure I got everything out of here. There we go. So let's see who's going to be the winner for Monday Motivation drawing. Now, again, if you are new to my channel, you've never been here for this part, I do this each month, first Monday of each month for the hashtag drawings for the short and the chat participation. I just get them all out of the way for Monday Motivation. So it's always the first Monday that I go live in the month. So last Monday there was a holiday, so that's why we're doing it this Monday. So we'll be starting, if you participate tonight, you get entered into the September drawing. All right, who is our winner? Karen. That's easy. There you go, Karen. Awesome. So Karen, you're getting a notebook that says, do justly, love mercy, walk humbly. Micah 6:8. So you're getting the notebook, and I'm giving you one of my Scooterrenee pens to go with your little notebook here. So congratulations, Karen. I'm so excited that you won the chat participation drawing. Thank you, Karen, for your participation. Thank all of you for your participation on both the shorts and the hashtags and the chat participation. Let me write that down real quick. So I'll be bringing that to you, girly. I'll be bringing that to you. Oh, thank you, Jamie B. I so appreciate that. Awesome. All right, guys, tomorrow night, real quick, I will be on at 7:30 p.m. Central for the live auction of Slightly Unhinged, Sanity Sold Separately. Wednesday night, I will be on over at Josie's Place at 6 p.m. Central. Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central, I'll be back here on my channel, 7 p.m. We start 30 minutes early on Thursday now. And that one is the Guess That Guess We're Clueless too, live auction. So that will be at 7 p.m. on Thursday. So I have, anywhere from 4 to 6 resellers come on with me on Thursday night. So next Monday Motivation, episode number 138, we will be discussing good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. So we're going to be talking about what that means and what that all entails next Monday night. So you'll have to come on back next Monday if you want to know more about that at 8 p.m. Central. And so I look forward to seeing you all again. Make sure you do all the YouTube things. I don't know if I said that again. Yeah, I did. YouTube things. That you subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, a thumbs up on your way out after tonight's show. Again, thank you guys for showing up and starting your week off with me. Make it a great week if I don't see you somewhere around the YouTube. Remember, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Now let's do this thing. Good night, everybody.